Alright, sewer ball, I guess. What is the win against the toughest opponent? Oh my god!
It's
Whoa.
us. We're the toughest opponents.
Yeah, we are. We're unstoppable. Except not really.
Ah!
Were we against Crunch and Cortex before?
I don't know.
I thought we were. So we've already done this, technically. He says as we're losing badly. Because Crunch has got an extra point, so... I keep expecting the red to, like, kill me on touch. But, no, it's quite helpful. Sorry,
They all go in mine.
No, they go in mine too sometimes. Oh,
I
no.
think it's proven that quite a lot of them go in mine.
Mm-hmm.
By the fact I have 2.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else is in double digits.
Uh-huh. Yes. Well, I've got to do a skyball situation here, so... Have I mentioned that every so often I go back and look at that? Because it's one of the things I'm most proud of my entire life. Very few things will compare to that moment.
Like 17 hours work. The climax of...
Everything I had done up until that moment was leading up to it. Not just in this game, in life, just generally, everything. Oh shit. It was such a glorious thing to be part of. Especially because I was convinced in that round that it was over. And like, you can see, what I love about it is it was such a bad start, and oh fuck me. Oh god. It was such a bad start, and I was so set on having lost.
Yeah, you do that, you just give up. And then you're like...
Well, the thing was, though, like, I had already lost, like, 7 points so quickly. Maybe even 10. No, I think it was 10. Like, within seconds. And I was just like, it's over. I think at that point you were about to be out, or you had just been out. And they still had, like, I don't know, 15 each. It felt like a lost cause. Oh, good. But you just said, no, you got this. And at that moment, my eyes just widened and I was like, yes, I do.
What if I do got this? For someone who's such an optimist, you do give up quite easily sometimes.
Yeah.
And other times, you do not give up when you should.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist in some scenarios.
Well...
But in the sense that I know eventually, if I'm stubborn enough, it will work.
Is that true, though? Couldn't
Yeah.
you just never have beaten it?
No, I definitely will. I won't allow myself to not.
There are some things that one can never achieve.
True. Oh, I'm aware. I've experienced many of them. But it's...
Like true happiness. In 2020.
I thought you just meant generally, which...
When the pink one's out, I just, like, let all the other balls in. Cause
yeah.
like, let it in, let it in.
Sorry.
You killed me!
I did.
I kill you! Hey, I'm that puppet guy. I'm so funny.
What?
That guy, it was like really popular. And he had the dead terrorist puppet. And he would always just be like, I kill you!
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
You are lucky.
Okay.
It was inescapable for a time. And he had another one that was like, no, it was so big on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had another one that was like an old man.
Yeah, no, I've somehow escaped this. I don't know what it is. I feel like I've heard it.
It was,
but I've
you know
never
what?
seen it.
It was the same time where like custom ringtones were big, and you had to like text in a number to get these different ringtones. And I always remember the advert on TV would always be like, text I don't know what it was, but then it would be like just a little polyphonic ringtone of "I kill you," and it'd be like, wow.
Yeah, no, I definitely have never seen that. Thankfully.
It was very racist. It was just a skeleton with a beard and a turban.
Lovely. That's fantastic. If you cannot tell, I am being sarcastic. Just for the one person who
Teal, I
thinks I'm deeply racist. Going back to the whole interesting thing, I do say fascinating.
Yeah.
What else is there besides interesting and fascinating?
Well, you could just talk about what particularly is interesting or fascinating about it, like.
Well, no, but like it's a realization of, like, there's interesting, fascinating, or like, that's your innate reaction to it. You can go in more in depth about it, which I do, but the initial reaction is one of those words.
Well, I think the thing is, like, interesting is just one of those like buzzwords in a lot of reviews. Or, like, a lot of people say something is interesting, but don't say why it's interesting, and then like, oh great, so that's such useful information for me.
Right, I see what you mean. But I mean, when it's like a reactionary thing.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
I for some reason thought that ball heading towards me was pink. I've absolutely no idea why, because it wasn't at all.
Intriguing. That's another one.
Oh, yes, it went in you. Good.
It went in me. It was inside me.
Oh, sorry.
In my hole.
Yeah!
Oh, baby!
That was awesome.
Interesting.
You did amazing. Now we just gotta do it again.
I mean, awesome kind of means interesting. Like, if you go back to, or like awe-inspiring. That's awe-inspiring, I guess. Yeah.
Is it? No,
I mean, there's lots.
To a point, but I think interesting is sort of different. Like, awesome is like.
Well, you're thinking.
I don't know, I've always assumed awesome is like, oh, that's super cool. Whereas interesting, you want to learn more about it. Whereas awesome, you already know.
No, that's just what people use awesome for. But like,
yeah, I suppose.
Awesome is like an unfathomable level of something.
Yeah.
Did you know originally awful meant like even better than that? Well, I guess like because it doesn't necessarily mean good, right? It just means extreme. And like awful, right? Awesome is like these are awesome levels of power, right? That means just a lot. There's like it's a shocking amount of power. Awful means it is full. Like the scale is up full. But awesome now just means cool, right?
Okay, but terrible. Telling me that fact, if I was to say that fact was interesting, that would make sense because I didn't know, and it was interesting to learn that fact. But if I was to say awesome,
it was mind-boggling, or
no, because it wasn't.
It was, man. I boggled your mind.
It was interesting. I thought it was cool to learn. I didn't think it was the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, did you know that my Emil I name is actually like a reference to... He's called Ivan the Awesome. He was like a Russian ruler. That's his actual name, and I was like, that's so funny, like, by today's standards, that he's just like... he's just like the Awesome.
I thought he was Ivan the Terrible.
It might be a different... He's either called Ivan the Awesome or... Like, there is two, right?
Right, okay.
He's in Night at the Museum too.
Please tell me that's where you heard of this person.
It is.
Yes!
Well, not as such. Like, I heard of him before, but I didn't really know
I'm so happy. Now that is awesome.
Because well, there's like, isn't that Peter the Great as well? They all had names like something the something.
There's Alexander the Great. I've never
I
heard
think
of Peter the Great. I mean,
there was a Peter the Great.
to be
There
fair,
was a
Peter
lot of...
is great. I do like our friend Peter. He is awesome. He is great.
He's Peter the Humble.
He is.
But I just found it so funny, and that's where my name comes from.
So I really enjoyed when Brio got stuck.
No!
No! that was good. Yeah, I had no idea that's where your name came from. That's
there's even more to the story where the Emilius part comes from.
Okay.
And also there is also more to the awesome part. It's a real long story. It's multi-layered.
So I saw Looney Tunes back in action, and then the Emilius, the rest is history. No, I mean I just thought of a film. That would be silly.
Well,
I read Mr. Men, and
I want you to hazard a guess where the name Emilius comes from, because you are not. There is no way on earth that you will guess the actual.
I mean, you both lost at the same time. If I had to hazard a guess, it's because of like Greek origin. They always put something like that at the end of their name. Like Spartacus, Emilius, like that kind of thing.
Okay, you're close.
Hey, all right.
Just kidding, you're not at all close.
Sweet.
That was some premature congratulation right there. Ow. Okay.
Go on, then.
Are you sitting comfortably?
Yes, I am. TV from Doctor Who Season 2, Episode 7.
That's... Come on, Teal. You know that's already a reference to something.
Yeah, but I figured I'd know the exact episodes.
Yes, that really reflects well on you, Teal.
I thought I'd blow your mind with that little... Go on, yeah.
Okay. So, cast your minds back. I'm, what, like 14 maybe? 15?
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe young.
30 years, no.
No, I will have been 14. So, our good friend, GoldenEye DS, David.
Yes.
He is just having his weeb awakening.
Okay.
And it's a little annoying. Like anything that is remotely Japanese, his ears spark up. He's like, "What? What is this? I must know." And our other good friend Nathan, who has already had his weeby awakening. He and we are at the and David and also another friend are at the Trafford Centre, the UK's biggest indoor shopping centre, and our two friends go to the lavatory, and we're like, me and Nathan are like, man, where's David is just so obsessed with any anime like that you mention, and we're like, hey, we could just, oh dude,
I know, I was trying. Go on.
We're like, I bet we could make up an anime and David would just be instantly interested in it. So that's exactly what we did. And it was called Sexual Rider. And we were like, can we get David interested in an anime called Sexual Rider? Yes, we can. All we have to do is say it's an anime. And it was about a girl who rides a motorbike naked.
Okay. I mean, that must exist. Surely.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe not that name, but...
No. Over time, we gradually revealed more and more about this anime.
Okay, when you say over time...
Like over the next week or so.
Okay, I'm good.
And we kept making it more and more ridiculous to see at what point he would clock on that it wasn't real. So I started naming characters that were actually just different versions of people who we knew. And one of them was called Emilius Carpicus.
Please tell he didn't buy that.
No, I think he knew by that point. He was like,
Right.
okay,
I was
I'm pretty sure you guys are just messing with me. I've been desperately trying to watch this sexual rider anime and I can't find it anywhere. So yeah, that was my name on MSN then for a very long time.
Wow.
Because this all took place on MSN, good old MSN.
Wow.
MSN Messenger.
You're right. No, literally no one would have ever guessed that. Besides anyone in that friend group, maybe, would remember. But that's incredible. That went straight through you. That was
Yes,
cool.
it sure did. And then the name, the awesome part comes from when me and my sister were writing a book when I was like 13, 14. And in the book there was an American character. And we were like, what kind of things do Americans say all the time? And we were like, oh yeah, they say awesome all the time, don't they? And you have to understand that at this time, nobody in England was saying the word awesome. It's bizarre to imagine, but there was a time where just the word awesome was not in the vocabulary in the UK. So this character would always be like, awesome, awesome. And then it kind of slipped into both mine and my sister's vocabulary. Like, just because we'd written it so much, it would be like, we would just kind of accidentally say it. We had assimilated that language.
Right.
And at the time, nobody else in the UK was saying awesome. So I'm pretty sure that me and my sister brought the word awesome to the UK.
Well, we have a family friend who lives in America, and he bought us a multi-region DVD player and a bunch of American DVDs of movies and series and stuff that we couldn't see, because this was years and years ago, before the days of Netflix and whatnot. And I can't remember what it was that we watched, but someone said awesome in it, and my dad could not stop saying awesome. Exactly like that. Oh, it went on for weeks. It drove me nuts. It did not stop. Oh, I love him, but my god, it went on way too long. Hey, we did it!
Yes. Oh god, speaking of dads doing things for too long, my dad, for the longest time, will be like, oh, what even was it? How can I not remember it?
I don't know.
Lads, and everyone. It was
Sorry, say that again, you cut out. What?
Lads, and everyone.
Why and everyone at the end
It
of
was
it?
from this advert where Dizzy Rascal comes in and he's like, lads, and everyone. My dad would
can't kick,
say,
by the way.
He would say it all the time, and we were like, Dad,
awesome.
it's not funny. Why do you keep doing it? He'd be like, yes, it is. It is funny.
Oh wait, no, you can kick. It's only the eels will stop us, though. I see. But yeah, no, that's.
I like the redness. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool arena. But no, that was. Yeah, that was strange. I appreciate our dads doing stuff like that.
It seemed like there was a moment in time in which we kind of just assimilated American culture, because around the time Awesome got big, also That's What She Said just became an inescapable joke.
Where did that originate?
I don't know, but it was. I've seen it in loads of American shows before anyone ever said it here.
Right.
I really remember the running jokes that just were inescapable for times before memes happened. It was when I was in primary school. At first it was haha, for like Nelson's haha.
Yeah.
That was like a thing that just everybody would do all the time. And then it was smells. It would be like anyone would say something, and then you'd say smells.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it was your mum. Your mum was real big for a time. And you didn't even have to say anything other than your mum, right?
You also could just say your mum was real big for a time. You could say that, and it would be appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. And then after your mum, I'm pretty sure it went to That's What She Said, and stayed on That's What She Said for a very long time. And now it's memes. And people still say That's What She Said.
Oh my god, please. Oh, thank god.
Wow.
Whew. Yeah.
Teal?
That's, yeah.
Smells.